baby.
Enjoy this great game.
What is up, everybody, and welcome back to the Humm Baby Baseball channel. This is Eric, and today, if it's up to Georgia, Braves won't change their name at all. And this is pretty interesting and good to hear because personally, I don't think that they need to change the name. And, you know, the Cleveland Indians, we heard, are going to be changing their name. This was only a matter of time. There's been a lot of pressure, actually, for a long time. You know, it is what it is. They were called the Indians forever and had the logo, and it was offensive, and people got angry, and now they're changing their name. Fine. But one thing I've noticed, though, is that with a certain group of people who are offended over everything, they're always going to be offended, and they're going to just look for the next thing to cancel. So you have to be careful. It doesn't necessarily mean that if there is a movement that something should be changed, that it shouldn't, that's wrong. I mean, always look into it and say, okay, well, let's take a look. Should something be changed? That's fine, but don't just give in to every little controversy that derives from Twitter or something. Now, this Indians name change is something that goes back a long time. Same with the Redskins. So I don't have a really big problem with this so far, what we've seen. But if you start changing the Braves, and then you start moving on to the Chiefs and every other Native American team, and then you start moving on to the Pirates, and then you start moving on to the Rangers, and you just keep going on and on and on until every team is pretty much, you know, the San Francisco Orange team, the Cincinnati Red team, and then they'll be offended because, you know, this is not fair to all the colors. And they'll be saying, why is no one the pink team? Why is no one the pink team? Because they think it's girly. There should be a pink team. And then some baseball team will have to be the pink team. I mean, I just don't want to go too deep down this rabbit hole. So I'm glad that Georgia right now is saying, no, we're not going to change the name. They're the Braves. And I have another question, too. And this is a serious question. Maybe someone can enlighten me. But when it comes to being offended by nicknames, is it because they glorify the name? Or is it because they demean the name? Because they seem to want, any time that the name is a Native American name, well, we got to change the name because it's demeaning. But if it's the Pirates or something, or the Rangers even, we need to change the name because it's glorifying them. Well, which is it? Well, for me, it's just a nickname. It's not really that deep. But if I was to have to tell you, I would say, well, it's more glorifying than demeaning. You don't want to be called something that you think is sissy or stupid or anything like that. You want to be called a nickname that's strong, that you want to be called, whether it's the Warriors or the Giants or the Athletics. And in this case, the Braves. And the Braves is a great name, the Atlanta Braves. And it is not meant to be insulting in any way, shape, or form. And these incumbent Georgia senators released a statement to reveal they adamantly oppose the changing of the Braves nickname. And that is what I'm talking about. Braves have previously revealed also that they have no intention on changing the name. There's really no reason to change the name. It is not, I mean, unless we're going to get to that point that I was talking about before, because, you know, what about, I mean, every single team name, I can look down and come up with some reason. Animal names, the poor little animals. Do the animals get a piece of the profits? No. Do the animals get a say in the name? No. Are there silly caricatures and logos that demean the animals? Yes. Diamondbacks, okay? Cubs? Little cubbies? Little friendly cubbies? Come on. Any animal reference has to be changed. Tigers. Oh, we got to change that all the way. Marlins. How insulting is that? You could find some reason. Brewers. What? We're promoting alcohol here? We want little kids to be in their minds, huh? You know how much alcoholism destroys families? You want little kids to grow up to be loser dads, alcoholics, who beat their wives? This is terrible. And then we have the Pirates. And like I mentioned earlier, pirates? We're glorifying a group that goes and steals goods and burns down ships and rapes women and all that and kills people and murderers? No, 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 no. Wait a minute, no, but it demeans the Pirates. So actually it's okay. So Pirates is okay. Nationals? What's this? What, Nationals? Nationals? So screw everyone else in the world because you're still... Oh, patriotism. Now, patriotism is a no-no. That's a no-no. That's going to get canceled for sure. Rangers? Do you know the history of the Texas Rangers? I said I made a whole video on that. So that's just terrible. Just changing the... that would be stupid. The Texas Rangers is like a perfect name. Giants? What are you promoting? Obesity here? And on and on and on. You get my point. You get my freaking point. So personally, I am happy that the Braves are not changing their name. I don't think they should change their name. I don't think it's offensive. And that is that. Yankees too. I mean, you can come up with a reason to change all 30 names, and whatever they change them to, you can come up with a reason to change that until it really gets to the point. And is this the world we want to live in, where it's the Atlanta baseball team, the San Francisco baseball team, the Philadelphia baseball team? I mean, That is not where we want to be, I do not think. So are we at that point? No, not at all. The Redskins are changing their name. The Indians are changing their name. Those are two teams that have dealt with this for a while. I'm just a little worried about it. The cancel culture is getting heavy. Cancel culture is getting deep. These people are not going to give up. You can go to Twitter and you can find posts all over the place saying, change the Braves name. And I don't see any from Native Americans. They're mostly from, well, you know who. So those are the type of people we got to look out for. They will cancel everything. They're not baseball fans. They don't care about baseball. They don't care about in movies. They don't care about any of that stuff. They care about canceling everything until they realize that once you cancel everything, once you get rid of the police, once you get rid of everything and then chaos breaks out, and then all of a sudden your house is getting burned down, then you might not want to. You might want to start bringing some things back. So anyway, I digress. You guys have a great day. Let me know what you think about Braves not changing their name, and if it's up to Georgia, they're definitely not changing their names. And let me know. And I'm working on an article about reasons to change all 30 team names. Obviously, it's sarcastic. It's parody, but let me know if you have any ideas. Why should the Phillies change their name? Why do they get to use the word Philadelphia pretty much twice? That's not fair. We're not the San Franciscans, so that's messed up. Let me know, guys, down below, and I'll talk to you next time.
When the Giants come to town, it's bye-bye, baby. Every time the chips are down, it's bye-bye, baby. History's in the making at Oracle Park.